So the title is not clickbait. I legitimately broke something on the front of my car, and now it sounds like a turtle and a pan are going at it. There it is! There's the turtle in the pan! Anytime you guys have something that happens to your vehicle and it's a part of a major event, and by major event I mean maybe you're involved inside a crash, maybe you're involved in a fender bender, or maybe in your case, like my case, I was driving and Florida is flat like your girlfriend's back, and I hit a pothole. That pothole that I hit screwed up something on my coilovers. The good news is I know exactly what it is and I know how to fix it. The bad news is I have to take apart the coilover on the driver's side of the vehicle. But this is a fantastic case and a fantastic situation for me to show you guys how to diagnose a clunking noise that's happening on the front of your vehicle. Most of the times, the way that you guys are going to diagnose it is by driving the vehicle and trying to replicate an exact point of what causes that noise to happen. Once you guys have isolated it down to that, you guys can jack up the vehicle, turn the steering wheel to that exact shape. Maybe it's if you guys tilt the wheel too much, it'll make the noise. Or maybe it's if you press up and down, if you're going over a bump. If you do that, you'll be able to see if there's some components that are loose. In my case, the noise is happening whenever I'm turning the vehicle. So it's something that is involving pressure and turning. And like I said, I know exactly what it is, and I'm going to show it to you guys, and maybe it's going to help some of you guys down the road in diagnosing your own thud, thunking, and turtle humping pot sounds. So the noise that I'm experiencing from the car is isolated strictly to this side of the vehicle. The very first thing I did is squirrel. So the noise of the car is isolated to strictly this side of the vehicle. I went ahead and the first thing I did is I checked all of the seals, I checked all of the bushings, I checked all of the possible places where Mercedes are notorious for making noise, including the CV joint, and everything seemed perfectly fine. That brought my attention over here. I began to think, well, maybe my preload was wrong, but then that wouldn't make any sense because I would be experiencing the same issue on the other side of the vehicle. So I grabbed the spring and I started turning it. And the first thing I noticed is, oh my god, this thing is not turning. Then, as I began to turn it more, you'll hear a noise. What ended up happening is I hit the pothole so hard that all of this came up and crushed my top mount bearings. The top mount bearings is this component right here. As you guys can see here, I move it around, it doesn't make any noise whatsoever. It's perfect. So my top mount bearings are crushed, and that is what's causing that binding sound that you're hearing. And it's amplified 10 times more inside the car when you have the weight of the vehicle down on the ground and you're turning the car. The downside is now I have to take all of this out just to replace that component. So let me go ahead and take it all out and I'll show you guys the damaged bearings. So here we are with the bearing removed from the top of the coilover, and as you guys can see here, it looks like a whale jizzed all over the inside of the top mount plate. And this is the old bearing right here. You guys can see all the grease has been shot out. The interesting part is if you spin it while there's no tension on it any way, shape, or form, it feels like it's perfectly fine. That's the odd part. The only giveaway to me is that the grease is all shot out of it. And there you go, guys. That is how simple it is to replace your top bearing. And of course, this may or may not be the cause of your noise. Your noise, you guys are going to have to determine that. Like I said, wiggle around the wheel hub, try and get it to replicate the same exact sound, and then you'll be able to pinpoint where's it coming from. Hopefully this helped you guys. If it did, give the video a thumbs up, And of course, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as part of the community. And 9 out of 10, I'm gonna have a video between this one and my door speaker. It's a video that I already filmed, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload that, and it gives you guys something to watch before the door speaker one comes out. Also, at the same time, I want to encourage you guys to check out Preston Padula's channel. That's SoCal204. He called, flexing me out. Really good friend of mine. Has, I believe it's the number 5 in the world, W204. It got ranked. So out of all of them in the world, his is number 5. It's that goddamn beautiful. So if you guys want to check out his car, I'm going to go ahead and leave his Instagram right here, and then down in the description section is going to be his link to his YouTube channel. In the meantime, take care guys, and I will catch you guys next time.
Momo. Momo. Take it, Momo.